And there we go. So there we go. As I said again, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to EDF. We are going to be playing from the start. What is EDF? It is a really casual game. Actually, really old EDF 5. Basically made sort of a casual horde sort of game where you fight against a lot of bugs or aliens, as they like to be called. We're going to be playing from the start. So if I just go back the way I came and leave the room, and probably be playing multiplayer because that's where the fun mostly is. So we're going to do create a room, room type everyone, call sign, online mission mode, difficulty. We'll go to hard because I need to play on hard because a lot of my what do you call it? What do you call it? One moment, guys. One moment. Yep. Sorry, I was going to check my streams up. A lot of my equipment, because I've played this before, a lot of my equipment is higher level, and of course, as you level up, your equipment gets more and more higher level, and so you can't use that same equipment. Normal. Okay, there we go. Set phrase anyone. Okay. Hard. So, of course, you got loads of different classes. So your rangers, like your really vanilla bog standard ranger, not very good at all. You don't really want to use this guy. Then you've got your wing diver, your flying lass, not knocked out guy, who is better at flying, basically flying around, kiting the enemy. And then you've got your air raider, who's your vehicles and your airstrike specialist, which of course gets progressively more and more powerful as the game progresses. And then you've got your fencer, which sort of starts off pretty mediocre, but as the game progresses and you level up your character, he becomes an absolute god. So we're going to be playing the wing diver because I like to fly around the buildings, if I'm honest with you. And I like the ability to kite, especially on if no one joins the old room. Phasma cannon, I think. Or the plasma burst cannon. Let's do the plasma burst cannon. And our cores. So of course there's loads of different equipment you can use, all that jazz. So, wing diver. Let's do this guy. Okay. And then I suppose we just wait. And we'll start the game when ready. Oh look, we did get one dude. Already got one dude in. No one there ready. I suppose we can start. It should be too difficult a mission. But I intend to try and play this on multiplayer the entire way. The entire time. And hopefully complete the game on hard. No, I did some issues with this game initially because when you download it for the laptop, it actually uses the integrated graphics card, so I kept on having crashes. But towards the I was able to change my NVIDIA settings to turn this to always use the NVIDIA graphics card. So this is going to be quite an easy level, but as the game gets ramped up to like 11 in terms of the horde sizes, it's more and more difficult to, more and more chaotic and more difficult. But this is a good casual game to play. Oh yeah, and you've got the meme songs. You've got the scroll wheel where you can sing songs and that. Yeah, this is a good casual party game. I love it. I do love it. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's the tunnel levels that are the worst because of course you've got nowhere to fly around as a wing dive on the tunnel levels. Ah, I got stuck.
We were ambushed. Everyone else is dead.
And the voice acting in this game is fucking ridiculous. We were ambushed. Everyone else is dead. Okay.
The elevator's not moving. The cables are all destroyed.
This route doesn't work. Let's head back.
Oh shit. Where am I supposed to be going? Over this way.
Passage for AFVs. Let's go through that passage.
But
to
it's the
surface.
if you play a fencer, a really good fencer that's like makes the game. It's so fucking good at the game.
Take the pathway for AFVs. Beware of the slope. Head to the ground surface. Follow me. Still have one more
Like you can solo a map as a fencer, especially with certain builds.
banner on the floor above.
Let's move to the hangar quickly. As long as we have powered exoskeletons, we won't lose to those monsters.
We're surrounded. Damn, they're flanking us. We have to fight for survival. Let's do it.
We have to fight for survival, as opposed to fighting for extinction.
Let's go for help. Go in for backup.
It's the tunnel levels that I love the most. I don't really like this weapon because I'm using too much power. Oh, I like that. If you get it fully charged, the accuracy on these beams are disgusting.
You seem to have some talent.
It is Earth Defense Force 5 dual threats. Earth Defense Force 5, where you play as part of the Earth Defense Force as you try to prevent a quote-unquote alien invasion.
We better get the hell out of here.
A good bit of casual, mindless fun. I've had this for a while, but I never finished it because I got stuck on a certain level. But we are going to aim to try and get to the end of the game on hard.
Leave it to me. This is it. I'm opening the gate now.
The voice acting is so bad. Yes, Independence Day with bugs.
Creatures ate their way through the wall to get in. Damn it. The powered exoskeletons have been destroyed.
They're all destroyed. Anyways, just defeat the enemy.
And and it's what do you call it?
Are they trying to melt us?
You gotta be kidding me.
It's the game where you enjoy mindless violence and chaos. You know, it's not a thinking man's game. It's a kiting man's game. It's mad, especially on the later levels when you have the proper invasion. It is insane. Oh shit! I blew myself up.
Looks like there's no functioning powered exoskeleton left.
Yeah, I couldn't do Okami anymore. Okami was breaking me. It's just I can't do Zelda. It's just too slow a game. Like Zelda likes, you know. It's too slow. There's too many puzzles. It feels like a lot of padding.
How many monsters are there?
But I think I have to play this from the beginning just because my wing diver's not very high level. My fence is pretty high level for this.
I'm ready to fight. Not against so many. Is this the monster's realm?
Can somebody answer me? We are fighting the monsters underground. Calling in for backup. Excellent.
Let's do this. And of course, the little crates around where you can pick up weapons and ammunition and armor to boost up your level. Because this is the level 1, so this is the easy level. It's when you get later on. So this is mind-numbingly easy. It's when you get the spiders, the spooders.
Did that monster escape from a zoo or something? This is weird. We're talking about a
I can't remember how I dash with the keyboard.
the thing before the shit hit the fan.
Maybe they were hiding somewhere.
Yeah, co-op, 4-player co-op. So I'm playing with this random dude. The intent is just to play multiplayer the entire time and win the game like that. I wouldn't play single player with this game because it's hard as nails. Hard as nails. I would, multiplayer is where it's at. And you've got AI here, but they don't last very long. So these are AI boys here, and that's a player who I randomly joined in with, Mr. Yoshi.
Rescue team's here yet? You handle yourself pretty well back there. Civilian. You got what it takes to be a soldier. You want to join us?
So if you're actually trying to pay attention to the plot, this attack has occurred suddenly, and we're a civilian. I don't particularly know. Yeah, I don't particularly know how the civilian was doing in a military base, and I don't know why a civilian was wandering around with a jetpack and a laser weapon, but you don't play this game for the plot. Yes, unfortunately Tony will probably die, especially in the later levels. These guys don't last very long.
Behind this blast door, there might be monsters. Stay alert. I'm opening the blast door now.
Hold on, Sergeant. I need some mental preparation. I'm sure there are tons of monsters on the other side of the door.
Better be, because I've charged up.
I'm unlocking it now.
Let's do it. Oh, you...
What?
okay, maybe not.
Man, that was scary. Oh, good grief.
Let's move on.
I certainly love the waffles noises the wing divers make as well.
Why isn't there any contact from the ground force?
They must be busy prepping the rescue teams now.
But wing divers are good in multiplayer difficulty levels because you can kite around and revive other players. But the defensive is the MVP. If you're a good fencer, you can solo entire waves.
The rescue team will be here soon. They must be standing by on the ground surface now.
Jesus Christ. Fucking wing diver is so obnoxious.
Please come in. Requesting surface sit rep. Damn.
Let me up.
Why isn't there any response from the ground force?
Maybe something happened. No matter what happened, their situation can't be worse than ours.
Although I think Wing Raider, Air Raider has probably the most fun because you can just drop
Team must be waiting on the
Titan-esque machines down to use in the battle. This level's a bit more on the rails than other levels.
Created by another
Because
nation.
of course it's guiding the player through the plot.
Nothing's more terrifying than an army of monstrous living creatures. I read about this in a sci-fi novel.
I wonder if I can
In the story, a bunch of rats got into a
put some
spaceship.
subtitles
They got
on.
multiplied, and they ended up eating all the food.
No.
Unlike machines, living creatures can reproduce.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you saying that there will be more monsters? The situation's terrible.
Hurry up.
Sergeant, you are okay.
I'm going to the surface.
God, the acting's so bad. I am going to the surface.
Monsters on the other side.
There are monsters on the other side.
See,
No, you can't multi-stream on YouTube.
have to exterminate.
So what I'm doing instead is I'm recording it to my external hard drive and uploading the YouTube videos, to YouTube instead. If you've actually got to pay money to multi-stream on Streamlabs. So I was like, I'm not going to pay money to multi-stream.
There are more than I thought.
And I've got to reinstall Streamlabs to actually compare it to my YouTube. Yeah. So what's instead is that's right. We're gonna instead I'm just gonna upload a video. So if you are watching this on YouTube, I'm just actually getting streamed. So this is why I'm talking to myself. It's not schizophrenia, not yet anyway. That's what Mark says, isn't that right, Mark? Who's Mark? Don't worry about him. There we go. I'm not going to end. You don't get. The problem with this is you can't join halfway on EDF. You've got to either end the mission and then rejoin, and then let the guy who's joined the lobby join, or you have to carry on playing and hope he doesn't leave. Where's the last dude? Oh. That's alright, at least I'm going to, but to save up my SSD so I don't rot away the SSD with videos, I'm recording to my external hard drive. So there you go. It's all worked out in the end. I got off my arse and did it.
This is the exit.
And we'll see what the video qualities are like after and maybe do some playing around. Yeah, I think I've got a 2 terabyte one, but I'm just so paranoid about, you know, the, what do you call it, the wear and tear of,
We're safe now.
Hey, civilian.
the wear and tear, you know, what do you call it, the obsolescence of the SSD. I know it's something stupid like 4 billion bits of data before it starts to degrade, but, you know, it's still something I've got to, I'm worried about, because I'm the type of person who uninstalls a game, then gets uninstaller's remorse, then reinstalls it, and it's like a 50 gigabyte game, and it's like, oh, okay. So what do we get? More armor, a bulge laser, okay. Notice this bulge. Okay, and we are now on Crisis on Cliff Part 2, so let me go to my equipment. Wing Diver, what do we get? The bulge laser. I got a shitload of equipment. Bolt laser, monster laser. You know what? It's working out well so far, so. Hello, if I knew how to talk to you, I would say hello. It's already off to a good start. It's like, I don't have a fucking clue how to talk to you, bro. Like in this case, I installed EDF to play it, and then it had that issue with the graphics card. I was like, you know what, I'm going to uninstall it. Because I tried using the fix while I had the game running, and it, of course, it didn't work. It's like, you know what, I can't be bored of this. I uninstalled it, then I got bored of Okami, and so I'm back here. Soy Freedom, game has started, mission started. There we go, now we're cooking with fat.
What's going on?
There's still that many?
See if my graphics card can maintain the frames.
Can't believe that.
They're flying saucers.
Do you mean UFOs? That's ridiculous. Did they start shooting a movie?
There you go, suddenly, yeah. Suddenly the invasion has started, and this is just like babby mode, you know. Once it's one of those games that can somehow ramp up to.
Die, you monster!
No, mechs do more damage over long term. Like the air raider, this is a tiny mech compared to the mid game mechs you can get. Mid game, and that's a tiny space shuttle compared to the space shuttles you can get mid game.
Should have stayed down there.
It's much more dangerous on the surface.
Someone give us instructions.
Crap.
For fuck's
Can't
sake.
believe that the powered exoskeleton can't be activated in such a
Classic.
crucial moment.
But no, early on, air raid is quite good, but as the game progresses, it becomes sort of mediocre. Whereas the air raider and the fencer starts off sort of mediocre and becomes even more powerful as they upgrade and unlock more tools.
Don't be afraid. Our combat suits are acid resistant.
Oh shit! I've got to be careful with my wing suit, otherwise my energy otherwise I'm going to end up being slapped about.
This is Yoda 3. Commencing initiation procedure. Infantry, protect the powered exoskeleton. Sergeant, glad to know you are fine.
Also good for collecting equipment and weapons. So it's always nice to have an air raider because they can be the fetcher to fetch the equipment and stuff. Oh, this guy's been a ranger. I don't think the ranger's very good. The ranger's just like your bog standard grunt, and he gets like the grenade launcher and the sniper rifle on that,
In position.
and the rocket launcher. But they just doesn't seem very good at all.
Anyone capable of moving must fight.
Oh, we are the
Shoot them!
valiant
Don't let the monsters get any closer.
We are the alpha team with passion
the new
and
commander?
camaraderie.
This is Iota 1. Activation sequence has reached final phase.
You gotta love that. It's the song spamming at the end as well. Once you get to the later levels, everyone knows how to song spam. This is where you don't want to be as an air raider, getting chased and running out of jetpack.
They should be all evacuated by now, but we can't be sure of that. We can't reach the corporal in charge of the escort.
Who is our superior? The order is broken!
Monsters plus UFOs? The most disgusting combo. It's like one man died.
Is this true? What if we're wrong?
What if we're wrong? Who the fuck shooting at me? But it's such good casual fun. It's just so mindless until you get to later levels and it's like, oh, it's killing me. But early on, it's just so mindless, and the gore and the destruction and how over the top the plot is as well.
Caught on camera. According to eyewitnesses, they saw flying objects made of metal. For now, the identity of these objects remains unclear. Since there are reports of sightings coming from everywhere, it is speculated that there are multiple UFOs flying in different
Oh,
areas.
didn't know friendly fire was on. Sorry, bro. Yeah, the other game was just well. Okami's not bad. It's a good game. It's really a good. It's a great game. It's just it's not my game. It's so slow and methodical, and it's. I think I grew out of it. Back during like when I was a kid playing the old Pokemon days, and I think Okami would have been up my street, but not not these days. These days, but no. No, it's sometimes it's like. It's you say I didn't like the game, but it doesn't mean it's a bad game. Like I didn't like the game. I hated the gameplay loop and but I loved the setting and the style, and I loved and if you were interested in that sort of game, like sort of exploration, the Zelda likes, that game would be a 10 out of a 10. But if you're not interested in it, then it would have been very painful. Yeah, for its time, it was wonderful. Oh, there you go. So now you see the mechs working.
Ready to fight some monsters.
You like the old competitive games, do you? Yeah, I know. I used to like competitive games, but now I'm just not interested. Never was the sort of person to play ranked, and now I like variation. I like a core gameplay loop with a lot of variation. So, for example, old Mountain Blades Warband and Napoleon Lake Warfare mods, Siege had a basic core gameplay loop. 2 sides, one side defending, one side attacking. But it had mechanics which in the game which varied up that core gameplay loop. Like sapping cannons, like parts of the wall might collapse at different times, and so on. And so it changed the dynamic of the battle. So you had a very simplistic game with a I have no idea what's this with a really good opportunity for variation. Yeah, I like AI. When I was a kid, I was a little bitch. I could not stomach playing by myself. Like even single player FPSs, if I didn't have like a squad with me, I was not able to play. I couldn't play it. I would just I would be too much of a coward. Of course, that meant for war games, horror games, it was even worse. Yeah, Company of Heroes 2. I'd probably be able to play Company of Heroes 2 with an AI teammate. think my favorite RCS back when I was a kid, it was Zero General, Command and Conquer Zero General or something like that, or General Zero Hour. Because that was mad. It was a mad game. With you'd had the Americans, which were like really modern tech and really sort of stereotypical Americans, and then you had I forgot what the terrorist faction was. There was a terrorist faction which had Scud missiles and suicide bombers.
Pylon could be destroyed by attacking the upper part.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great game. I loved it. Loved every second. And you had the Chinese, which had like really good tanks and and good cyber hacking and things like that. Oh wait, there's no point killing these because I need to destroy these spawn towers. See, this is the air raider. The air raider is using his airstrike to destroy this big bad boy.
This is a follow-up report on the UFOs. A monster has appeared in the same area where a UFO was previously sighted. It is said to be 10 meters long, extremely aggressive, and will most likely attack humans. Stay tuned for more updates.
Ow. And this is another good thing the air raider, the wing diver has. That verticality. And I think as a kid, I remember playing Age of Empires 3 with the priests and wall-loloing, and I'd basically just try and focus all my might into my entire sort of industry and economy, not actually winning the game, but I was getting as many priests as possible so I could convert the better enemy units. Didn't work out very well. I remember having to flee from my settlements and having it set up in the middle of nowhere because they destroyed my base. I managed to flee with like a couple of peasants and was able to just about survive, but it was a big oof.
Just told me that Marseille is being attacked by thousands of monsters. Are you saying that we're not the only ones being attacked? It's clear. It seems that monsters have appeared in Osaka too.
There you go. Air Raiders now gets his Gundam to use, which you can also use to steal it if you want.
Good job.
If I knew how, I would. Oh, okay.
Where the pylon is coming from?
It seemed that it was dropped from the giant flying saucer.
Now, if I remember how to fire my guns, this is why.
They'll crash down here. There's too many of them. We are the best base won't make it.
Abandon the base. Evacuate now.
Come with me. I'll take you to somewhere safe.
This is a garbage Gundam. That Gundam's garbage. Oh, okay, we won. We won the mission somehow.
Civilian, you deserve my praise.
Yeah, I remember the Wallows. If you had two priests, you could stun lock the AI. That's what I remember. If you had two priests, because you could stun lock the AI and convert them, so it was a rush to get two priests. I'm going to stay with my current equipment because sometimes you try something else and it's awful. What I want is more rapier. Rapier's really good. I want this to Phalanx M2. Plasma cannon. That's fine. What's my cores like? Ah, the rush core. Oh yeah, you've got supposed to. Mercenaries. I remember having the first mercenaries, but not the second. It was set in North Korea, I think, but I never finished it. I remember just blowing up a load of towns and cities with. Yeah, I loved it. I loved the old mercenaries. Didn't like the second one though. I never actually bought the second one, so I haven't really got the right to judge. But the first one I loved. It was my thing. But again, it was the timed missions. I hated timed missions. Well, I hated the time mission. I got scared with the pressure, you know. Too much pressure for 9 me. Okay, that's a long load.
Attack the monsters and stop the disaster.
Get it off that emulator. I think it's on there.
Please support us. There's no time to waste. We must minimize the casualties.
I don't know how to change my. Oh fuck! I don't know how to change my
Just get close. Move with the tanks.
the songs. It's been so long. You can actually there's different parts of the lyrics, but I can't remember how to do it.
Comrades fight, dashing through the sky now like a million bolts of light.
Do you know the enemy? Which freaking country made these weapons? How could anyone create those horrible things? I'll find out who's behind all this horrible stuff and teach the guy a lesson. If only they were created by man. You deserve my praise. The tanks will support the infantry.
EDF. But yeah, this is such a casual, chill game. I love it. And plus, I already had it in my library, so I have to buy another game.
I promise I will take you to a safe place this time after we deal with the pylons.
Sergeant, thank you for your support.
Please tell me.
But the Air Raider has the best utility, I think, because it has
The enemy is much stronger than you
different vehicles for different
can imagine.
jobs.
Being attacked right now. We already have our hands full with managing the situation. Clear, civilian. Good.
But yeah. Well, I've got so many games on my Steam account. If they ever decide to just screw me up,
Destroy the pylon.
I'll be a very unhappy boy.
This is the Strategic Intelligence Division.
Hello.
During
Goodbye.
combat.
Thank you for the support.
Based on the falling trajectories of the pylons, we've determined the location of the gigantic ship.
So that's the ship that deploys those pylons.
It's flying above the combat area now. It may deploy pylons. Please be on high alert to the sky.
Okay, this guy's about to do an airstrike on me.
Here is a follow-up report on the flying objects. They seem to be dropping monsters in various different places. The flying objects are extremely dangerous, so
God,
we
how
urge you to keep a safe
Okay, that's how you
distance
do
if
it.
you come across one.
I'm such a potato. I'm so with the controls. This is why you're supposed to read how these controls first. Building bomb now.
The pylons are crashing down.
What's going on? Why are you making me look that way?
Destroy the pylons before they cause more damage.
The helicopter squad will arrive soon. Ground troops, hold your ground before they're here.
Yeah, Air Raid is such a cool class to have, but it takes them so long to get those godly equipment.
This is Eagle 1. We're being attacked by UFOs. There's so many.
Nah, god damn it, I've run out again. This is gonna come and bite me in the ass later on.
Abort attack and leave the combat area.
Oh, the frame rate drop is intense.
I saw monsters. My friend was eaten. Please send someone over. us! Monsters! There are monsters outside my home!
Let's check the advertising. Time to do some selfless advertising.
This is
The Largo
Strategic
de
Intelligence Division.
Pomodoro.
The gigantic ship is
Not even gonna
descending.
try that.
It might be heading
Doreno,
into the combat area.
Asiwaga,
What did you say?
Asiwagi, and Wild Burger.
The estimated time of
The
arrival is-
American
Wait, it can't be.
restaurateurs,
It's already near ground level.
restaurant of choice.
It's hopeless! They took us all out!
Oh, we are the valiant infantry. We are the Alpha team with passion and camaraderie.
I wish I knew how to change that text.
Top of our lungs, decompose and raise your guns.
So far, the identity of the flying objects remains unclear as governments worldwide deny involvement. And it hasn't been confirmed whether other organizations are involved. Although the government promised to clarify the situation, the current state is in chaos for authorities in question, so the situation remains obscure.
The situation remains obscure. Yes, yes.
You are the soldiers. That's the military air raid request. I need information. What are we fighting against?
Hostile forces.
What exactly does hostile forces mean?
Why are you fighting against hostile forces? I love it.
You're a civilian?
What is that? It's as large as the city! Is it a spaceship? Could it be?
Oh, am I supposed to be watching some sort of giant space? Oh, there we go. There you go. So this is again probably what the medium-sized spaceships you come across.
My brother said he saw a monster. It's the size of an elephant. Huh? No? Why? Why don't
Nanny?
you believe me?
I've seen far too many hentais to see where this is going. That's a joke. Please.
Time to wake up. This is such a wild dream. There are no such things as monsters. This is DE-202. Civilian, are you aware of the enemy's location?
We've been granted an unprecedented major event.
Take this! This is DE-202. Civilian,
EDF.
are you aware of the enemy's location? Flying saucers! Flying saucers are coming out! It's not a terrorist attack! It's an alien invasion!
Okay, round 2. Oh, okay, maybe not. Mission clear.
This is DE-202. Civilian, are you aware of the enemy's location?
I think the Japanese are good at that, raising the stakes. That's in a lot of their games, if it's Ace Combat or anything like that. So, they always end up making the stakes ridiculously high. But I think the worst culprit, or the best culprit for that, is ramping things up to 11 is the last part of Alien Isolation, where you're just like constantly walking through a burning building, and then the burning spaceship, and then the trains start crashing, and then the xenomorphs start coming out in the halls, and then and it's just whacked up into the absurd levels of insanity. Oh, the big plasma cannon, eh? Can't use you yet. No, we're going good for now. Keep that rush core, why not? But yes, if you ever want to see chaos ramped up to 11, just type in what on YouTube or something like that. Alien Isolation last I don't know, 10 minutes or last 20 minutes, and it's just nothing but chaos over and over. Of course, in the afternoons now, instead of streaming on the weekdays, because I've been so busy, I've just been watching films. Yes, it's just it's just one of those games. It's just mindless fun until if you stay on the hard or the medium difficulty, it's mindless fun. It becomes very stressful when you get to say mission 60 or mission 70 and you've got it on the harder difficulties. But yes, this is one of those games where you can just turn your brain off and be like, okay, let's just have some mindless fun and enjoy the silliness of it all. Until the later levels, and it's just nothing but agony.
There aren't any safe places anymore. Not on Earth, at least.
Is it a new weapon made by another country?
I watched the Final Destination films last night, Final Destination 1 and Final Destination 3, because I don't think Amazon had Final Destination 2 on there. And yeah, it's aged. The CGI has aged.
Shoot them down!
These flying saucers are a nuisance.
This is HQ. The flying saucers are dangerous. Permission to attack. Granted.
This is HQ. The flying saucers are dangerous. Okay, I picked the wrong weapons for this level. Oh, the Batman ones. Yeah, I like the Batmans. I like the one with the Scarecrow in it. What's it called? It's like the first one in the trilogy. I didn't like the final Batman with what do you call it? Who's the actor in it? The guy who did Patrick Bateman. Yeah, I like Batman Begins. I like the second Batman with Joker in it. Didn't really like the third Batman. It felt too. Yeah, Dark Knight. Yeah, Dark Knight is really good.
We think that these weapons are autonomous battle drones, and I am afraid their targets are humans.
Unmanned killing weapons.
These are one of those levels where
If we let them run rampage, it
you need a certain weapon to like. If I was an air raider on this with like the rail gun, then this would be an easy level. Or a fencer.
I promise I will make you pay.
Oh, top 3 superheroes of all time. Superhero films. I like the Marvel. It'd have to be the what do you call it? What's the Marvel one where the big box office one? What's it called? You know, Thanos on a meme on that. I watched that and that was amazing. So it'd have to be the first 2 of those, and then I'd probably go for the Avengers Endgame 1 and 2. So that's already 2 taken care of, because that's everything. That's pretty much all the superheroes, well, most of the superheroes rolled into 2 films, and it's such big box office, and the graphics are so good. Well, you know, the CGI and all that jazz. That it will last. It will last a test of time, and then I'd probably go for the Dark Knight with the Joker in it. What do you call it? The serious Joker. So you've got the serious, more gritty, realistic one, and you've got everything you ever need for the other 2.
danger. So shoot down as many of them as possible. Don't spare any drones, or they will attack civilians. Destroy them all.
You gotta be careful here, because I'm about to get swamped.
Terrorists can't possibly create such weapons. Seems to be a powerful country. Cover me with destruction.
Okay, now it's getting a bit chaotic.
So far, no substantial information about the flying objects could be obtained. Governments of all countries are still denying any sort of involvement. However, there are only a limited number of forces that can perform such a large-scale attack. In order to find out the truth,
What the fuck's going
suspected
on?
parties should be closely monitored. Investigations ought to be pursued, and appropriate enforcement action taken.
This is probably one of the first harder levels, because if you haven't got the right equipment or haven't got enough players, then you quite easily get swarmed, like that poor fencer did. I'm coming. My frames, where are my frames?
The gigantic mothership is moving. Looks like it's activating some kind of device.
Avengers Endgame. Okay, fair one, fair one. But I'd be a bit. I would have to get both. I couldn't just do like part 2 of Avengers Endgame because it'd be like halfway through the story. It'd be like Lord of the Rings, starting from the Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, and finishing on Return of the King. I'd have to do all 3 or none at all, you know. That's what puts me off rewatching them because they're such dense, dense films. Oh dear, I love this game. No other game has this sense of scale to it.
This is not just a world war, it is a space war.
You regret?
Go, go!
EDF.
What are you doing? Please reply.
This is Strategic Command Headquarters.
Oh, we are the
What do you mean by
No, not more of them.
infantry.
Please tell
We
me
are the
which
alpha
force
team with
specifically.
passion and camaraderie.
What is the Air Force doing?
No, any AI synced as well. I haven't watched that. I heard it's got mixed reviews. I heard it's got mixed reviews of Snyder Cut of Superman. Because a lot of what do you call it? Snyder fans were saying it'd be like God's gift to the fan base, but it seems pretty mixed by most reviewers. I think they may have expected the fans may have expected to get Snyder to completely rework the entire oh bloody hell, the entire film, but the entire story. But I don't think they did.
Air Force. Ground troops, shoot down the drones.
Yeah, well, but again, you've got to be careful with reviews these days. It's probably best to go off the Rotten Tomatoes. So I tend to ignore what the actual professional reviewers say and go off public opinion. What was going on? I haven't watched that yet, but one day I will probably, if it comes up on Amazon Prime. There you go. More free advertising. There you go. But I will say one thing I don't like about Amazon Prime is the fact, you know, when you buy it, it gives you access to, it's like a set number of films, a set number of TV series. But then you've got to buy more on top to get access to certain channels. That winds me up. It's like, come on, I've already paid for the base product. I shouldn't have to pay more for access to certain channels. It's not fair. But at least it's better than Netflix, which I believe has a very vested agenda behind it.
Sergeant, take the civilians to a safe place.
Yes, sir.
Here we go, EDF. Okay, still on the easier levels. Yeah, I think a lot of the time people aren't reviewing the quality of the film or the story. It's all based up in an agenda behind it now. It's so frustrating. It's like you don't no longer rate a film by its actual plot quality or character quality. You base it on other things, which is very frustrating. Very frustrating. Oh, Marvel's done quite well. I think Black Widow's going to be great. Really good actor. can't remember her name, but I just remember seeing her in the Marvel films, and I think, yeah, this is this is great. This is enjoyable to watch. I'm quite surprised you didn't have our own film earlier, really. But I've been watching a load of South Park because, of course, all the seasons of South Park are on Amazon. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna binge watch this. And so I've started from from scratch, well, not from scratch, like season 3, and I've been enjoying the Brown and Noise episode, and when God comes down to Earth, and what do you call it? I think it's Kyle asks why he hasn't had his period.
Flying saucers all around us.
I love the Raimi, because that's my childhood. I love the Raimi. I can't remember the director's name, but I only remember his last name. The Raimi Spider-Mans, they were amazing, absolutely amazing. And Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2 was amazing as well. I'm going to be late for Bobby's class.
Even if they outnumber us.
Tell me how.
The color of the drone is the key. A blue drone is in alert mode and is presumed to be harmless. So the drones that glow in blue are not dangerous. But under certain circumstances, the drones will turn red. Red color drones are in combat mode. They are killing machines that
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 was a solid game. Like it had that open world element to it. It had those what are they called? Request for helps or random encounters. Well, a bit like random encounters where you'd have to capture criminals in high-speed chases or things like that. But the one mission or the one random encounter I absolutely hated was the sinking ship one, because you literally could not get to the ship sometimes. It was literally impossible to do it, and you just end up drowning all the time.
Well done, Sergeant. Destroy the rest of the drones.
I hate refinery levels. Yeah, for a PlayStation 2 game, it was amazing. And there was a PlayStation 2 game which was called Downhill Domination. Now that game was the tits. It was amazing. Basically, the premise was you'd race down these mountains with like all these environmental hazards, and the first one down wins. But you had environmental hazards like volcanoes, hurricanes, tanks. And you could beat up other racers to win. So you could hit them with sticks or bottles and stuff like that, and it was insane fun. Absolutely insane fun. Downhill Domination was amazing. I'm surprised they didn't do a remake of it, or there's not a speedrunning community behind it, because you could bang down those mountains really fast. Oh, you're missing out. If you with what I've showed you, download it and enjoy it, because it's such a good game. It's so mad.
First, humans reach closest point of approach distance. Second, they are attacked. Third, when a drone is hit, nearby
And I like the
drones will
old
turn into
Medal of Honors as well. Medal of Honor European Assault I really liked, and Vanguard
the enemy.
I liked as well, which I think was the predecessor to Airborne. Oh, come on now.
Confirm the enemy's position with your eyes.
Call of Duty Finest Hour as well. That was an amazing game. I was like, oh. I remember playing that, but I got stuck in that as well. Yeah, I did buy Medal of Honor for the PC, and it was quite an enjoyable game. But again, I struggled with the first Medal of Honor front line, because it was a single player FPS, and you didn't have and for most of the missions you were by yourself. And of course I was a big old coward back then, so I couldn't play it. But Rising Sun I could play because you could play co-op, you see. But Medal of Honor was the. It's a pity what happened to Medal of Honor, because of course back when growing up as a kid you had the big two or the big three. So the big three, you had Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, and then you had Battlefield. But once people moved to Modern Warfare, so Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Medal of Honor just couldn't compete, and it just ended up trying to copy other people. It did a 5-hour campaign, which was garbage. You know, you bought Medal of Honor for the campaign mostly, and it couldn't. And its campaign wasn't very good. It was lackluster, and its multiplayer was just a Battlefield rip-off. Big old Battlefield rip-off. Yeah, I did play it, so I did enjoy it, but it's such a pity because but I think they are trying to make a comeback with VR, but it's so niche. It's so difficult for them to make a comeback. And plus, the VR game, yeah, last year it was that VR game, but it wasn't that. Well, let's be honest, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. I didn't play it, but I was watching other people play it, and their reviews was like, "I've got motion sickness. Half the time my controls are unresponsive." Yeah, it was, but it was. The attempt was there, you know. They actually did try to go back to their roots. It's just that they should have gone back to their roots with a typical PC game, not with VR. Yes, there's no Korean War game. I'd love a Korean War game. Especially if it's like sort of a horde mode sort of game where it's like you're just going to hold your outpost against hordes of Chinese. But no one likes to cover the Korean War, and to an extent the Vietnam War, because they're the sort of wars the Americans lost. Which may upset a few Americans, but you know, it's not wrong.
We did an amazing job. If we can analyze the data.
Well, they've got Rising Storm 2, which is a Vietnam game, but it's pretty old now. It needs a bit more of an update. It needs a bit more of a dose. And there's not many community maps on Rising Storm 2. What kept Red Orchestra 2 alive was definitely the maps. Yeah, it'd be yeah, the mods. Yeah, the mods. I think mods keep a lot of games alive, multiplayer especially. Yeah, I tried reinstalling Rising Storm 2 back in a while back to do a stream of it, but it was playing up. I think my SSD loads the game too quick, so it crashes a little bit. So I'll have to play around with that and come back to it. But it was yeah, I really enjoyed Rising Storm 2. But I had a bad encounter with one of the community lobbies. I just joined a community lobby. I was playing the pilot, and I completely crashed like straight away because of course I just joined. I was tired after work. Crashed, and the admin kicked me from being a pilot, but because he kicked me so quickly I couldn't actually change off the class, and so then he banned me from the lobby because he banned me from that lobby because I was quote unquote hacking, but actually no, he bugged it by getting too rage worthy and kicking me, you know. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to play that again. Or not play on that server again, which was a pity because I think it was the air server where you actually had pilots in that, where you had sort of maps dedicated for helicopters. And I loved that about Rising Storm 2 was the flying of the helicopters, things like that. I used to run around with an open mic with Vietnam songs on it, which was much to everyone's either enjoyment or dismay, depending on what sort of person you were. No worries, I probably won't be free on weekdays anymore because work suddenly picked up massively.
This definitely doesn't look good.
But if I am free, I'll give you a shout, and I do install it. But, no promises because I'm a busy boy right now work-wise. Get absolutely slapped with work. Okay, this is your new enemy. They are an absolute pain. They fire webs and they do a load of damage. So you've got to just run. If you get a horde of these on you, you're done.
Sign up and join us. EDF could use someone like you.
Welcome you with open arms.
Being a soldier is awesome.
This is the best job ever. As long as there are no monsters.
But yeah, I would like to go back to it, but there needs to be new games coming out. There's been such a drought of new, good quality games. A lot of the games I'm seeing on Steam right now are basically glorified Flash games. It's just they're not worth playing. There needs to be, I know it's because of COVID, but they need to start pulling the finger out and getting some games out.
The monsters are too strong. Let's back off. If you don't get tangled, there's nothing to fear.
Yeah, it's very dry. So a lot of these indie devs who's halfway through making a decent war game or a decent team-based sort of shooter, now's your time. Yeah, the map fits there. I was tempted for a to do a meme strategy Sunday of Super Seducer 3, but I think it's been taken down off the streams of Steam for questions about the age of certain participants.
Everyone look! It's a large flying saucer!
Oh, we are the valiant infantry. We are the alpha team with passion and camaraderie.
Yes, sir!
Oh. Oh, he got a tank. Okay, so this is a new mechanic in the game. So you have these. Oh, a new mechanic so far. You have these spawners, these spaceships, which you've got to destroy. If you don't, then they'll just keep spawning, and you end up getting drowned in enemies.
Dashing through the sky now like a million bolts of light.
Everywhere shall spread our wings, fly and fly high!
Yeah, it's a really stale market right now, which is bad for me because there's just not a lot of strategy games. Oh yeah, you had, what do you call it? You had Command and Conquer. Yeah, but it's so dated. My eyes are crying from how dated it is. It's such a dated game. I think I've been spoiled by modern games. But right now, at least for this strategy Sunday, we've got the DLC for, what do you call it? Command, Unity of Command. And then next time we will have Pain's Wrath. Yeah, okay. Well, I've got actually a World War One strategy game I've got installed, which I can boot up, which is based off of the Men of War engine, and also you've got the Gates of Hell game, which is coming out soon, which I will go and play through that. Yeah, I saw Gates of Hell on YouTube. Yeah, it is something I do intend to buy and play once it does come out. But it's still in early access. Unless you're a well-known YouTuber, you are not getting hold of it, unless you ask for it. And either way, I won't be getting hold of that until release. Yeah, you told me about that one. Yeah, that definitely that's one on my list. That is. So at least you have one game. You have one game to enjoy. No worries. Don't worry about. Frankly, I just do my stuff part time. That's right. That's what's. This is this good. What do you call it? This is this good de-stressor. That's why. That's why this is what the streaming's for. This a good de-stressor. I'm not going to end up buying what do you call it, 10 grand rigs and all that sort of jazz. But yeah, being a small YouTuber must be quite painful. You should just sell out on this. What do you call it? Let's start doing loads of really obnoxious, children-based based YouTube videos or scam YouTube videos. Watch this YouTube video and get yourself 700 £700 in Amazon gift vouchers, something like that, you know. Or Mickey Mouse knocked on my door at midnight, you know, those awful YouTube videos. Really, the internet has become the garbage dump of content. Oh yeah, exactly. That's the joys of it. The joys of not having to. I can't believe you get cursed. You get demonetized for cursing. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Like you think they would base their advertising for certain markets. Yes, I suppose it's better. Yeah, it's better than YouTube video, TV.
Pylons are being dropped. Stay alert. Sergeant, pylons are being dropped from the sky.
Like you can have a YouTube video of, I don't know, Resident Evil 7 or something like that, where you've got some guys screeching and blood and gore everywhere. Yeah, there should be a YouTube ad box as well, but God forbid if you decide to say a certain naughty word on the internet. But again, I suppose if you don't like it, then you don't have to use the service, so, you know. It's going to get to the stage where people are just going to put video games on Pornhub because they're allowed to swear on there and get advertising. Yeah. Ants get railed by strong independent woman, X-rated, you know. Or you get cancelled, yeah. Yeah, it's going to get to the stage where people just go put YouTube video games on Pornhub. They'll have their own gaming section, you know. They'll have their own gaming section for streamers and that. I bet they would make more money from that as well because of their more looser verbal monetization.
But you will be disappointed by the amount of the death gratuity.
Oh yeah, the great deletion of their many colourful videos. Many tears were had in the internet community once that happened. It was a trail of tears.
The monsters will take over the city. The enemy's plan.
There's a meme of what do you call it? There's a meme of, you know, the guy from Godfather with his son, but it's got Pornhub over his face, over the son's face. It's like, look what they did. Look how they massacred my boy. But I think really Twitch is falling behind on the streaming market because YouTube has got options for monetization, whereas Twitch does not, and some of its mechanics, like for example YouTube, I upload a video on YouTube that stays up forever and ever and ever. I upload a video here, I've got 14 days, you know.
Species beta is coming.
It's insane. I mean, I think Twitch has gone down the wrong way. Instead of they should make life easier. Yeah, I think Twitch is losing because instead of streamlining their what they currently have to make it more accessible, give streamers more options, what they're doing is they're appealing to a wider market. So they're doing what's
Earlier today,
just
we
chatting and
made a
things like that.
shocking announcement.
Yeah, Facebook gaming.
The flying objects
How did you?
found
I haven't even looked at
stations
Facebook
of
gaming, but I don't think
extraterrestrial
it'll be as good as YouTube. I think YouTube will eventually corner the market completely.
The data showed the moment when numerous flying
Twitch
objects
Twitch has still got time. Twitch has still got time to
shocking that everyone at the press conference,
what do you call it?
including journalists, were
To change it, but YouTube, it's already got such a large amount of liquidity and money,
headquarters.
and it's got so much. It's got such a massive viewer base. Only thing that will maybe which allows Twitch to keep on running is that Twitch is known as a streaming service for games, whereas YouTube is still trying to come into that, and its YouTube search algorithm is still very volatile. So I think what's keeping Twitch alive is the fact it's still known mostly as a video game streaming service, and the fact that if you do go down a route of affiliate, you have less competition. Whereas with YouTube, with the algorithm, I think you actually end up with more competition because of no one actually sees your content. But again, Twitch has the same issue. No one actually sees your content unless you sell out and become what do you call it? It's really just like play the most brain dead, mind numbing games, or become an affiliate. Yes, that's the point. Like here's the thing here. With most, I don't want to exploit viewers. Or I don't want to. I don't want a subscription service. I don't want donations because I might not be on every day and things like that. I want to rather monetize based off advertising, because that way no one really loses. But worst case scenario, you skip the advert, or the worst case scenario, you don't watch it, or you move on to something else and wait for the advertising to go away. But Twitch doesn't give me the choice. It's either you do it, you have all of it, or none of it. And until you accept it, we will not recommend your stream unless you actively search for those games. And it's like, okay, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. Twitch needs more options for content creators. You're right. But I think what changes, and that's because I think Twitch's advertising system is worse than YouTube. Because YouTube, you've got a couple of seconds advertising, or you get the option after 4 seconds to skip. On Twitch, however, Twitch doesn't have that skip, so you have to sit through 30 minutes of 3 or 4 adverts back to back. And I will skip when I'm watching a Twitch videos. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here for 60 minutes to watch some guy doing humans fall flat. No, 60 seconds to watch some guys scream obnoxiously while playing humans fall flat. I'm not doing that. So they need to change their advertising policy, and they need to change their affiliate options, because it'd be such a scumbag thing for me to do to get affiliate, to get subscribers and be like, okay, I'm going to stream once a month or once or twice on the weekends. It's just there's no flexibility. That's the problem with Twitch. No flexibility, and unless you join the secret society or of affiliate status, it'll be very difficult for you to be found. But fortunately for me, because I have this is just a part-time child thing, it doesn't really affect me. But I think it's quite sad, especially people who really try and put their heart and soul into streaming, and they really are trying, and they just aren't making it. And it's because it must be so terrifying as well, because you have these guys and they've put their entire life on the line, their money and their finances, and they've got no other option, and they've just doubled down. It must be awful. also awful for existing streamers when they've got like 3,000 subs and then their viewer base starts dropping because their interest in their game starts dropping. Imagine having no safety net. With this, with my job, I've got a safety net, so I don't have to worry about any of this. Yeah, you can pay money right now to get affiliate status. That is insane. And bear in mind, you just need three constant viewers. I could just like get a bot right now, or crack open my iPhone and have another viewer. But it's not worth it. I like streaming because you talk to people. I like people, and I get a rush of endorphins. Like when I watch my old VODs, like Warner C, and I see there's like 30 people who've watched it. I think, okay, this is I like the fact that lots of people have watched my content. I mean, other people like other streamers, they get what they think 30 people is tiny, but for me, I think, well, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people who've actually enjoyed watching the game, and I've shown them something they might like to enjoy. And it's the interaction as well. It's the fact you can talk to people. Sometimes, it's a lot. But I don't know if my analytics actually counts that in my overall average viewers. But yeah, it depends on the game. So for example, Warner C, I was getting 38, 40 viewers. But I got about 6 concurrent viewers, and people who actually watched the VODs were about 38 odd people. And of course, if I wanted to play that one game, I'd have a consistent player base, but it's not worth it because you just get burnt out. Imagine playing one game the entire time for your entire like streaming career. That'd be disgusting. I would break. So some VODs I'll get 38 viewers, some VODs I'll get 1 or 2. It doesn't matter to me. And I'm dying. So I just got eaten by the ants, but luckily I had lots of armor. But it just completely depends on the games I play. So, for example, if I play Steel Division, I got like 60 viewers from my VODs, and then if I played, say, I don't know, Okami, I'd get 2 or 3. It just depends on people's taste. Yeah. Like, I like the options. Being a one-game streamer would be awful. Because there'd be no options and you'd be penned in because your entire fan base would be off that one game. And plus, what happens when people get bored of that game or a new game comes out? Suddenly you're in an awful position. Whereas by having this variety, I might not get a load of concurrent viewers, but the viewers I do get will be consistent. That's the difference. It's all about that consistency. But Strategy Sunday is doing well. I quite like Strategy Sunday. I'll have to expand it soon to other games, so it'll be U-boats or some meme games. Like, what's it called? Bomber Command, something like that, you know?
Attention everyone. This is the
Oh, not you again.
I have an important announcement to make. The identity of the hostile forces is presumed to be an extraterrestrial civilization. I understand how you feel. Some may find it unbelievable.
Whoa, Ant, what are you doing up here?
Mad. I wish that was the case, but unfortunately it's all real. This is an official statement. We have made contact with an
Yeah,
extraterrestrial
War Thunder is good, but I
civilization.
find that
is being invaded by
I like using the light tanks and some of the more niche mini tanks, and they're not very good unless you do realistic. And my eyesight's awful, and I'm getting sniped from like 2 kilometers away, and I can't do anything about it. I can't see anything. So that poor dude looks like he died. So he's left. So what I need to do is actually fly into the enemy here.
This is an emergency news flash.
This.
EDF just made a major announcement. Spaceships were discovered and presumed to be owned by extraterrestrials. The spaceships have arrived on the Earth's orbit, and the EDF has started battling with aliens in some regions.
What's going on? I'm not even paying much attention to the game, apart from just chatting, but it's one of those games where you can just relax. This range is doing rather well. Being a ranger is actually quite difficult.
This is not a promotion for a film or a TV show, nor a prank. We are currently at war with extraterrestrials. However, don't panic and stay calm. Currently, there is no countermeasure for this situation. Please stay tuned for updates.
But I think the tank I like in War Thunder is that Premium 6.7 tank destroyer. What's it called? Is it a turtle or something like that? The T-67 or that, and because that is just completely bulletproof. That's completely shellproof, unless you hit the cupola. But I haven't played War Thunder in a while, especially because it doesn't run very well on my machine either. It starts getting the GPU whirring, as it were.
Attention, everyone. This is the
Whoa, what were you trying to do, Sam?
The enemy is coming from the sky. There is nowhere safe on Earth. The Earth is turning into a battlefield now. I hope all of you are prepared and ready to stand on the front line.
I'm waiting for subs, as in submarines and world warships. World warships, I am gagging. Get those submarines because I think the game's already broken as it is, so I don't think submarines can break it any more than it currently is with the current meta.
To win, we need.
Okay, who we got left? So it's a 2-man army now, is it? Okay. What is this actually any good? 7.2, 7.1. Yes, the V2 plasma core is actually good. Okay. Anyone else joining the lobby? I don't think so. We'll probably just keep on continuing on with 2 players. I'll wait for this guy to be done and see what happens. I'm having like a dose of sugar. I said I'd stop drinking Coca-Cola out of principle once I went woke, but sadly not. Sadly not, because of it's too addictive. Okay, what's going on here?
Exterminate them.
It's going to be a bit harder now. It's 2 players rather than 1. Rather than 3.
Leave the large flying saucers to the Air Force. Defeat the monsters on the ground.
Take out all monsters. Incoming. Too far. Draw them in. Draw them in. Yes, sir. I'll swap my magazines.
Also, I like War Thunder bombers, but unfortunately they're not very good anymore. Well, they weren't very good in the first place, but they're so delicate now. Oh, no worries, no worries. What's going on here? Okay. It's an alien ambush. I need a better jetpack because I'm just constantly going into here and getting slapped.
A troop of large flying saucers
Oh, like armor, yeah.
in this area.
Or,
The monsters being deployed.
what do you call it? Not armor, what's it called? Hell Let Loose. So I like combined arms. That's why I really liked Red Orchestra 2 because it was the blend between realistic and arcade, whereas sometimes with like Hell Let Loose, well, with say like Postscriptum, you've got like combined arms, but it's just too simulator-like, and with Battlefield it's too arcade. You want that healthy mix, and what Rising Storm and Red Orchestra did is they had that healthy mix, but it's, what we need is another game which has that combined arms, but doesn't take itself too seriously.
The Air Force is attacking. All infantry, back off.
Which I'm hoping Enlisted will be like, but Enlisted doesn't seem too good so far from what I've seen. But it's still early days. It's still, I think it's still like alpha, so I can't judge it too much.
Commencing air raids.
Oh, we are the valiant infantry. We are the alpha team with passion and camaraderie.
I like how Let Loose got Postscriptum has better audio. Hell Let Loose audio is just like you hear the guns firing, and Hell Let Loose is like, oh, oof, that's not good. But Postscriptum had better, yeah, absolutely better.
Too late, too late.
Okay, this is the part where this doesn't work, I suspect. Yeah, Hell Let Loose gets a lot more updates. That's why I like that's why I've still got Hell Let Loose installed, whereas Postscriptum I do not. Which is a pity because I've got Postscriptum because I like the idea of paratrooping into battle, but it just did not it just did not survive. Its player base didn't survive. That's the problem with those games. Their player base just does not stand the test of time. If you want a good war multiplayer game, you want it to stand the test of time, you need modability and you need easy access to those mods for the community. That's what Warband did really well with Mountain Blade. They had loads of mods and they were easily accessible.
We must stop the monsters here. Don't let them enter the city. Remember what I told you yesterday?
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to Hell Let Loose once it gets to final release. I've still got it installed. I'll come back and play it later, or eventually, but for now it's not. It's one of those games you've got to be in the mood to play, because it can be so frustrating when you die and walking around everywhere.
Although the EDF caused tremendous damage to the aliens, the battle is still continuing. We have the upper hand. Please do not be influenced by rumors. Stay calm.
We have the upper hand, guys. Yeah, they're about to drop the Russian DLC, so that's why I am looking forward to it. That's why I've still got the game ready to go.
In case of evacuation, please
But I would love it if they changed the spawn mechanics so you had squad spawning as well. If you could have squad to spawn your squad lead, it would make the game so much more fluid and action-packed. But it currently does not. It is rather frustrating. That's what made Red Orchestra at 2 and Rising Storm 2 was the fact that it had, like it had squad spawning. Without the and that's the thing what lets down those games like Postscriptum and Hell Let Loose is the fact the lack of squad spawning means that you can have a really bad team and there's nothing you can do apart from leave the lobby because they're not building stuff, they're not protecting their spawns, so on and so forth. And in that case, it's just a case of being farmed each single match until the better team leaves the game or the lobby gets balanced.
It's not working at all. What is the secret behind that golden armor?
Yeah, BF4 was. I like BF4 was probably the last game. Well, Battlefield 1 I liked as well, especially when it first came out, because tanks actually felt dangerous when when Battlefield first came out, because no one had the anti-tank to deal with it, and so you could get into the British tank and just destroy maps and feel like this unkillable god. But then once it got to late game, in its lifespan, it yeah, late game, every single person was a tank killer. But Bad Company 2 was amazing. Yeah, then tanks suddenly sucked ass. Tanks were like, and for some reason aircraft was ridiculously overpowered. Fighter aircraft, you just like strafe the trenches and get 100 kills. But Bad Company 2 was amazing with the helicopter pilots. That was so good. One of my favourite games, Bad Company 2. Multiplayer, that is. Single player, maybe not so much.
Obviously, the flying saucers are dropping monsters that are larger than their own mass. They are probably equipped with the same teleportation device used by the pylons.
Yeah, the storyline for Bad Company 2 was fucking hilarious. What was it again? Like, there was a doomsday weapon that caused tsunamis. And gold and stuff like that. It was, and paratrooping in, like paradropping in, like doomed towns. It was mad. Yeah, it was goofy, and I think it had a better destructible environment as well. Like, you could destroy a town in Battlefield Bad Company. Battlefield 4, it didn't feel like as good. The damage mechanics.
The EDF has been criticized for its lack of effort in keeping the door to dialogue with the visitors open. It may not be the best policy to give up on peace talks at the initial stage. Shouldn't we continue to seek dialogue with the primers?
Yeah, I mean they had the set piece destruction, like, you know, skyscrapers and that, but I always felt that destruction was more grittier in Bad Company 2 multiplayer. More grittier, and buildings, I don't know, they felt more resistant, whereas I felt like in Battlefield 4 you could just fire a grenade launcher and just blow everything up, like the whole building would collapse. Yeah, they push for graphics over gameplay. I definitely agree with that. I agree with that, definitely. I can get behind that. Dragon Lance, no. Plasma Core, no. Oh, but saying that, that's slowly getting better, this one. Plasma B. Keep going with that. We should just go for the highest level one, I think. No, I'll keep going as it is. And then Battlefield 5 came out, and they destroyed any credibility they had left. It was the most damning evidence of how games as a service just are not consumer friendly. They had this whole idea of they were going to, you know, release the base game is going to be okay, and then they're going to release more famous battles as the game progressed, and there'll be more famous maps, and there'd be like Stalingrad, and there would be D-Day, and it turned out all of that was a lie. All of that was not there. You had the Pacific campaign, and that was that. And the game itself was buggy and unfinished, and they just completely lost all credibility as a as a company. They were never a victim of EA, and I don't think I'll ever go back to. I think I will wait a very long time before I play another DICE game. I will wait for the fan base to do it. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the social politics as well. It was insane. It's like, games should not be a place shouldn't be something to politicize. Why does everything have to be political? Why can't I just enjoy a game for what it is, something silly? Why can't I go back to the millennial days where you'd have some over the top, you know, ridiculously dressed woman, and you'd have some over the top ridiculous stereotype of a man, and it was a stupid silly fun. But now everything's got to be politicize and have an agenda and be correct. It's mad. That's why I feel that actually indie and smaller companies are doing better in today's market than the actual big companies because they just
We can't even make a scratch.
because they're not woke. Yeah, that was insane. That trailer just destroyed all credibility. Say it. Their reception to Battlefield 5 compared with I compared to the reception of Brothers in Arms Furious 4, that you had an established game franchise with an amazing game and story and amazing characters and an amazing gameplay loop, and you had that perfect balance between gameplay and realism, and then you just fuck it. You just fucking destroy it and expect your fan base to say thank you. Yeah, it's like it's literally like shooting yourself in the foot. It's insane how I don't understand what logic they made. Like, who were they appealing to with that market? Like, people who, like, how is that going to increase their market share? This didn't make any sense to me. Why they did that trailer with the woman in the wheelchair, you know, and or the woman with the one armed leg. Like, you already had an established loyal Battlefield community. There was not a large market for prosthetic loving, unrealistic, zany, Fortnite-esque players, and yet they still did it. Like the marketers are just as bad as yeah, it was awful. Yeah, I went from Call of Duty to Battlefield, and now I don't think I play either anymore, if I'm honest with you. There you go, boy. Yeah, I'm holding off. I've been burnt on the Battlefield 5. I'm never ever going to pre-order a Battlefield game ever again. I'm going to wait because of what they did. What they did to my boy. What they did to my boy. But I think once you're in EA's trap, it's over. Once EA's got you, there's not much you can do. EA just destroys everything it touches, whether it's Burnout, whether it's Visceral Games, whether it's Star Wars. Everything they touch, because they are not about creating stuff, they are about exploiting existing quality products to make as much money as possible. They are the shipwreckers of the gaming industry. You know, the ship's already done its job, the ship has got to its destination, and then they take over and wreck the ship. In my opinion, there you go. Don't sue me. There you go.
They're dropping monsters again.
Yeah, and it must be difficult when you make a perfect loved game to top it. Like, what do you do next? But you don't reinvent the wheel. If the game works, if it's not broke, don't try and fix it. Just add stuff to it. Change the existing mechanics. Alter, streamline the existing mechanics, things like that. But unfortunately, they can't seem to understand. It is greed. It is greed. That's all it is. It's greed. That's why a small company, I sometimes feel, you get a better quality product because they're doing it from the heart. Whereas these bigger companies, they're in it for the money. Oh god. Yeah, Milsim games, things like that. Like, I play a lot of early access. I've actually started buying a lot of early access war games, even though early access is always such a dangerous thing to do. Simply because I will spend money in a game that isn't finished if I believe it's a good mechanic and it was a nice idea. But these smaller devs sometimes will make niche games which are quite risky, but they'll make it anyway because they love the idea and the concept. I've got to do some kiting here. This is where the wing diver makes its money. Okay, still firing stuff at me. Okay, and now we have to run. No, no, not the strays. Okay, health kits. I gotta do some concentration here. I'm gonna take these to heal my dude up. Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront Total War would be made. It would be really like. I think they already have that. It's what's called it's Warband, but they just haven't. They just haven't finished the development of it. Like that's what Warband is so good about. Is these massive battles with that sort of strategic element to it. Warband is the archetypal game where you've got this grand strategy element and you've also fight the battles like you're on the battlefield. I love Warband. Okay, this guy fell for the trap. You never ever go into into the alleys with these guys. Yeah, Warband is old now. I go for Bannerlord now, but Bannerlord is early access, so you always got to be careful. But I'm not. Yeah, I checked on the Steam charts to see if Warband is still alive because, of course, with Bannerlord out now, it may have died a death. Time for kiting. Yeah, Bannerlord is fun. It's just isn't finished yet. So I uninstalled it until they've finished it, basically, and until they do mod support. I got Bannerlord for the Napoleonic War mods. Once I've got the Napoleonic War mods out, I will reinstall and we'll be playing an awful lot of Bannerlord. But until then. Yeah, Bannerlord is fun. It's a fun old game. Okay, well, come on, Combat Wombat. Try not to die this time. Shit. I gotta be careful because if I die, I know Combat Wombat probably ain't gonna save the day. Run away! Get another health kit. Ah. Nice. Are you still alive? Yes, you are. But Bannerlord is fun. The old Napoleonic Warband was amazing, especially when it had more servers on it. Like the 250 Siege server was mucho bienno. Bellissimo.
At this rate, mankind will soon be extinct.
Hopefully we're going to win this now because I don't think we'll be able to survive the next couple of waves.
There are far more monsters than we can handle. At this rate, it's only a matter of time till our society collapses.
Okay.
Someone just saw monsters. Where should we evacuate?
I don't know because I don't think we're going to survive this. We need more than the current amount of players we have. It's too many of them.
This is a war situation report. Looking at the big picture, we have the upper hand. Although aliens keep dropping monsters, the EDF has exterminated more than half of them.
I don't think we've exterminated more than half of them.
Successfully. Furthermore, the EDF has announced the development of a new weapon, which will be able to turn.
Yeah, Mounted Warband was, it's old now, but it was at the time because it had such a large following because it was of its modability. You could you had a Star Wars mod you could play. You had oh shit, I'm just about to die. Yeah, you know, you could, it's a medieval game, but you could play a Star Wars, you could play a Japanese era, or you could play a First World War, or you could play as an Imperial Guardsman, or recreate the Siege of Minas Tirith because of how moddable the game was. I'm gonna die here. Run away. Hopefully I'm attracting most of the attention. It's about wasted effort now. It's all about, what do you call it? Because I spent so much time trying to win this, do I really want to just restart? Oh shit, I'm stuck. Fair one. Yeah, I would wait for a sale or something. I'll probably have a sale once it's out. Yeah, with destructive environment, yeah, it does certainly have that sort of vibe to it. No, too close, they're too close. The old destructible environment. Come on, combat wombat. Yeah, you think so, but the shotgun doesn't seem very good because I can't get close enough to do like instant kills on these guys because of their web, which will instant kill me if I get too close. Now this fencer, if he built right, would be completely demolishing these guys, but unfortunately for me, I don't think he has. Yeah, he's gone for too heavy. He's got to be a light fencer boy. Luckily I've got a load of armor, so it's not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna die if I stay here. Sorry boy, I'm leaving you behind. Oh, spiders, fuck off. There you go, that's me swirling as a sailor again. Oh well. This is why the wing diver has so much utility in this game. It's the fact that when things like this happen, you've still got a chance once he gets enough health kits. That she's still going to survive and revive everyone after a wipe. But the key issue is that her weapons have got crowd control, but they're not really good.
Civilian, you are stronger and braver than anyone else. You know what to do, right? when the whole world turns into a battlefield. All we can do is fight.
Oh, he won. But because you can meme as the fencer with dodging. If you can just dodge out of the way of these guys and just destroy them all. I think actually the fencer can go the fastest eventually as well with if they get fully upgraded fencing equipment. Dragon Lance. Don't really want the Dragon Lance, but my weapons are slowly getting outdated. Thunder Lightning, I guess. And what core are we going to go for? I think it's going to be a very long marathon of playing this game to finish it, because I think it's like 120 levels and that's without the DLC. So what's my fencer build? I think my fencer build is... Oh, this is not the right fencer build. So you need blast spears. That's what you need. And then you just dodge with the blast spears and the dash cell. So you get a dash cell and you just dodge left and right the entire time, just cheesing the enemy. But I'm still doing Wing Commander because I need to level this guy armor up massively. But there's a lot of utility of these action with each class. Each class feels different. If you know, each class it does feel like it brings something else to the table. Okay, 5 months have passed since the alien invasion. We fought hard, but as long as large flying forces remain out there, days fight will not be over. Those flying sources continue dropping monsters. Destroy the flying sources. This is when you start to destroy the flying sources. That's when you start struggling with the old wing diver. Why I haven't been playing High 4? I've been playing High 4 because what happens is, instead of trying to stream or trying to find a game, I'm trying to stream once I've found a game and the game started. But each time I've tried it, either a hacker's come in and has completely destroyed the games, or there's no historical games for me to join, and it's a case of either waiting for an hour to find a game to play and stream, or just play a different game. So that's why I don't play High 4. I haven't played High 4 in a while. It's simply because I don't want to wait an hour for us to find a game. Yeah, but single player is not the same. It's just single. Once you've played multiplayer, single player is just you're auto winning, and even with the expert AI mod, you can cheese it. And yeah, so that's why I have been playing High 4. I might do a CK3 stream perhaps, or a EU4 stream, single player. But I wouldn't do single player High 4 streams because they're just not that good.
That's because we put all our hopes on the Air Force.
How are the new types doing?
They were all destroyed.
CK3 not as good as CK2 right now. Not as good as CK2, but I've bought it and I've got it installed. So CK2 is still better just for the mod. Like you've got this, what do you call it? The Game of Thrones mod for CK2. The CK3 still has a lot to be added to it, which is irritating because you think they would have added all the things they had in CK2 to CK3, but they haven't. And don't get me started on Imperator Rome. That was heartbreaking what they did to Imperator Rome.
As long as the teleportation ships exist.
Imperator Rome was just like, bruh, what have you done? All you had to do was do EU4 in Rome and have some
This is
flavour
your
to it.
situation report. In order to stop the enemy from dropping monsters, EDF launched attacks against the large flying saucers and damaged them successfully. The war situation is getting better. In addition, EDF is developing a new type of aircraft, which will be able to destroy the enemy's shield. The
Oh, I
development
still
will
can't
be
buy it, sorry.
complete
I was just trying to threaten you. No, I would recommend sticking with CK2 for now. Loads of DLC, loads of different nations, different cultures and groups and mechanics. CK3 still feels pretty bare bones. Like, yeah, it's got make your own religion, but am I really going to spend 5 hours or 300 years to make a religion? Or it's just, yeah, it's not worth it.
Destroy the teleportation ships from the ground.
Sergeant.
And you had secret societies in CK2, and the Game of Thrones mod was just, oh, beautiful. I used to play, what do you call it, the Pirate of the Iron Islands, or no, what do you call it, a Lovejoy in the Iron Islands. I'd go around raiding, stealing Valerian swords, and doing unpleasant things to certain members of the famous houses.
This is Outpost 26.
Okay, that lance does not work at that range.
Request for backup.
It's too dangerous.
I can't believe we're going under the transportation ships.
We've been fighting monsters for the past 5 months. We've reached our limit. If we don't win today, mankind will lose.
So I haven't built right for this level.
I'm gonna put an end to it.
That's not good.
It's hopeless. Abandon the base. The enemies are almost at the gate now.
Come on now. There'd be a way for me to do this.
Run for your lives.
Shoot down the teleportation ships.
I'm trying.
All or nothing. Sir, yes, sir.
We're getting a Medal of Honor for this if this works out.
Stop killing me. Ah, you piece of garbage.
Good luck.
I have not got the right build for this. I know there's a red light inside the hatch, but I keep on running out of energy and now I'm getting hacked by a load of ants.
Once the hatch opens.
Attention everyone. This is the Chief Commander. The alien attack is still underway.
This is not the right build for this map level.
Fields and people everywhere are in harm's way. Our attack against the alien spaceship remains ineffective, and there is nothing we could do for now. But EDF always prevails, and until we can launch a full-fledged
Okay.
counter-strike, I hope the ground units can keep exterminating the monsters and protecting our citizens. This is a tough war, but I expect all of us to fight.
Let me just kill this
bravely.
one.
Do not forget
Ah, finally. Now, if I was like a fencer or air raider with a railgun vehicle, this would not be as difficult. Also, if I built properly for this level, this would not be as difficult.
Who's your daddy?
Now we can say goodbye to the monsters.
Usually there are monsters patrolling under the teleportation ships, so the enemies didn't expect that we can break through their defense and approach the ground.
Keep kiting.
Amazing job. Well done. This vital information will bring us closer to victory.
Don't know if this shoots, if this pierces through multiple enemies or not. Should have gone for the fencer. Regret, immediate regret. Stop attacking me. You done yet? I prefer, what do you call it, mob controlling weapons rather than this. Save this little box for later. More ants. Wonderful. So here, a nice little railgun hit would be lovely if you had a wing commander, not wing commander, air diver. No, not air diver. What do you call it? The I think it's a wing commander, something like that. Air raider. Air raider. There we go. It reminds me of Starship Troopers. That was a good film. Well, well, Starship Troopers 1 was great. Starship Troopers 2 is okay. Starship Troopers 3 is not the best. Starship Troopers 3 is perhaps one of the worst films ever. Starship Troopers 2 was I liked it. It was okay. It was a good deviation in genre. It had the early chaos, but Starship Trooper 1, not the. But Starship Troopers 3 was just not worth. Was garbage. Was garbage. Was garbage. Okay, not good. What I need my wing commander to do is to, my fellow wing commander, is to kill these guys. We're not going to be able to get up there. It's going to be so awful. This is going to be an obnoxious level. Now I think in EDF 4 you could like hang on the insides and just farm that way, but sadly not in EDF. Okay. Sadly not in EDF 5. Oh no. So painfully obnoxious. This is why I might go back to being a fencer, if I'm honest with you. I may switch to fencer halfway. And you can start to enjoy fencer gameplay. Which is it's a one-man army fencer's amazing. Stop running. Ah, you piece of garbage. I'm never gonna get you. I'm never gonna get you. I'm out. Hopefully we'll just despawn and we'll carry on the mission that way. Oh, I'll have to remember how to switch weapons again. Okay. Quite good for a ground weapon. Doesn't use a lot of charge. Let's go and deal with this. Please, let me deal with this. Other wing dive, I'm going to need your help here. This is not the spiders, not the spooders. They're being gentle with us on this level. Okay, now you're nice and low down. Ah, where is he? Come on now. Come on down. I'm back. Is that what they're saying, Independence Day? Hello boys, I'm back. Oh, okay, maybe not. What time is it? Okay, so another hour and 30 minutes, and I will go for dinner. Because I skipped lunch because I couldn't be bothered to go. I would have destroyed this by now if I was a fencer. This is woeful, shameful display. But you don't play this class to be a damage dealer. You're more for utility and picking up boxes, and just generally being the reviver guy, a medic. Let me up. Where are you going? Did this do anything? This can be these levels can be very frustrating, especially later on when when you're facing much harder enemies. It's too high up now. It's too high up. I don't get that. I can try. Okay. Thankfully, it's just the garbage ants. Yeah, I will show the ultimate power of the fencer. I think you've got to. There's a certain exploit where you can fire and reload and fire, like you can just constantly dash. I can't remember what it is. What makes the wing diver so great? Makes the fencer so great. I'll have to remember to do it. It's the reload dash, so you dash during reload, then you fire again, then you dash, that's what it is. You come on! I don't know what my teammate's doing. Oh, it's just this level's gone on longer than it needs to. I thought the lance was going to be the long range sniper. How wrong I was. And this is good for farming, I suppose. That's one of the problems with this game. Sometimes it feels like you need to farm previous levels to actually succeed in next levels because of how difficult they are. I can't chase this yet. I need you to go lower. Okay, and we're going up. Please open now. Or don't. Just don't. Hello boys, I'm back. Oh, a new weapon, yay! Come on now. Come on now, game.
Finish reload. Watch out, partner. He's sneaking to the back.
You can do it. I believe. Ah. Whee! At least there's a lot of boxes I can farm. Oh no, it's at a high point again. This is why you need to be prepared for your levels, because otherwise you turn a fairly easy level into either a tedious level or a extremely difficult level. Open up. Oh, I won't be able to get that. Did you get it? Oh, you did. Well done.
Impressive. I will remember you.
What? That's the guy who ran around in a circle for up to 30 minutes.
Exterminate all monsters. Reload.
Get those weapons. That armor.
Shoot. Yes, sir. Watch out.
And we're good to go. Can you hear me now?
He's down. Well done, newbie. Keep up the good work.
Okay, we're switching to a fencer. So we need a dash cell. I can't use the dash cell 2 because it's too high level. And we need the blast horse spears. The Gaelic cannons are for sniping. And the exoskeleton. Aim and attack. Muzzle stabilizer. I guess we'll stick with what we've got. Or not, because it's too high level. Blast horse spears, they're too high level. Okay, we'll stay with the blast horse spear ones then. And Gaelic cannons, are they too high level? No, they're just about right. Okay. And then you'll see the ultimate power. I just got to remember how to use my controls. That is some good advice there. Use the proper weapon. Gonna try and get this game going. But I'm surprised EDF hasn't got a larger fan base. Well, it has a niche fan base, but it should really have a better fan base.
Exterminate the monsters!
This is what's the ultimate power over.
Time to show your courage!
These are species alpha monsters. They're no match for us.
How defensive is with the deflection, you just dance around the enemy. And because you shoot through, it's just insane.
Amazing.
Yes, the shot reloads. So by the time you reload, you're already up in the air again.
It seems that the evacuation isn't complete yet.
Monsters are coming from underground! This is a residential area. If we don't exterminate the monsters immediately, there will be casualties.
Seems like they dug holes and are hiding underground.
Newbie, stay close!
Newbie, stay close.
Down there.
It's just that when you're not dodging around like a machine, you're extremely slow.
For a new recruit, you handle yourself pretty good.
My work is done.
The monsters have been confirmed to be species beta. They are tricky monsters that can shoot threats.
Oh no! I've messed up the rhythm. There you go, just dodge around the entire time. It's such a beautiful thing.
Well done, newbie!
If you do it right, you can just
Exterminate all monsters!
be unbeatable.
Those civilians are trying to escape.
Protect the civilians! You're monsters! Exterminate them!
The debris of the teleportation ship has been recovered. Maybe we can learn how to destroy the golden armor.
Monster sighted. The enemy.
Hey, got no health, so that may probably be a problem.
We've received reports about 2 teleportation ships being shot down in New York and 3 in London. We're gradually seizing the initiative of the war.
Don't underestimate the enemy.
Don't underestimate the enemy.
Against their plan A. I'm sure they'll start the next wave of attack.
We thought about that too, but we should have some time before.
So if you spec this right on the lower part of the levels, this weapon of mass destruction is it's one of the fastest classes in the game.
Attention everyone, this is the Chief Commander. We discovered an overwhelming gigantic ship among the flying objects.
Dodge,
The
dodge.
skies are also launched by this ship. This type of ship is now designated
1, 2. Oh shit! I've messed up the rhythm.
will be our ultimate goal. Now that we found the enemy's mothership, all we have to do is shoot it.
The game is completely different. It becomes like a proper fast-paced shooter, and you just become a god.
We've identified a total of 10 motherships. They are scattered around the world and are continuously launching pylons. We must take down all 10 of them.
Incredible!
Oh, we are the
really a
valiant infantry.
There's a few monsters
We
remaining.
are the
The
alpha
enemy.
team with passion and camaraderie.
We wiped out most of the monsters.
Only a few remain.
I think the Air Force is capable of taking down 10 of them.
No, I think this screws up the cooldown animation if you attack while doing this. But you can only do it with the blast spear, I believe. So that's why you've always got to have one long range weapon as your second armament.
Victory!
Oh no, whoa. There we go.
Did they just come from underground? Did the monsters dig an underground tunnel?
No, no, the wing diver's getting absolutely smashed. No, I'm getting smashed. Thank you. No. Hello again. Looks okay, goodbye. Why, hello there. Okay, here we go. I'm back for round 2.
A mothership
Maybe
is
not.
in Europe.
I'm not as good as I was.
Hovers over a city.
I'm old. You're a weak old fencer.
We think this is a good opportunity. We're planning an operation to attack the mothership. Air raid has already failed, but if we approach the mothership from the ground, it is
And of course,
possible
if
to
you're
do
playing the Air
some
Raider, the game would be completely different as well. So you're going around in god machines. This is what most people think the fence is like, and this is what it actually is like. Jackhammer, jackhammer. Okay. Only Slay Station, okay. No worries, have a good one. If I knew how to say goodbye. Combat one map. So the quest continues to beat the game.
Is that the mothership?
Yeah, and it's number 9. The 9th one out of 10.
AFVs, move out. Infantry, move with the AFVs.
Oh, is it an escort mission, is it?
Ground units, attack the monsters. The Air Force will handle the mothership.
That's a ship? It's as big as a city. That thing.
And this one hit kills these big boys.
Technology's on a completely different level. I say what we lack in technology, we make up in bravery. Flying saucers approaching.
There we go.
Scares the hell out of me.
Now we gotta actually fight the monsters on the ground.
Destroy
Yeah, people think defense is going to be like this dude here, sluggish, slow, but actually you can build defense to be an absolute ninja. A lot of people make the mistake of trying to make defense a fast boy when it's no, a slow boy, but on the higher levels, it's about speed. Speed will keep you alive.
Do not fear. Strike back. AFE, move in. Head straight to the central plaza.
Infantry, stay close to the AFVs. The cover fire will help us to move up.
Speed, speed.
Bunch of so aliens. I can't believe they're real. What the hell? We've been fighting those outer space monsters all this time and it just came to you? I'm not talking about monsters. I'm talking about humanoid aliens.
Okay, who's next? Oh god, I love defense so much.
We have a reported sighting of humanoid aliens.
Humanoid aliens?
We don't really need two of the cannons, if I'm honest with you. The two cannons are probably a waste because we can only fire one at a time, so. But hey,
You mean aliens that look like humans?
One head, two eyes.
oh, I killed a teammate. Sorry, bro.
Almost identical to humans.
Let's sing.
This is unbelievable.
Okay, where are these guys coming from? Oh, this is where you get introduction to the humanoid aliens.
Alien flying ships!
Stabilizer up and running. Switch to burst mode.
What are those? They're flying in the air! Look! Something's piloting it!
I wonder what's in them. Who knows? I don't.
Something is coming out! Something is descending from the flying ship! I can't believe it!
Not
They're aliens!
aliens.
Descending from the flying ship! So that is the enemy's landing ship.
Getting close and personal is so much better with these guys.
They're coming! We'll be killed
Ah.
if we don't fight back! Fire! Fire! That alien is a soldier! The alien infantry is here!
Not today, son.
Back up! It's the alien infantry unit!
Ah, stop hitting me.
Aliens have finally landed on Earth! Keep your cool! Are they aliens?
I've messed up my rhythm.
Humans!
Okay, maybe close and personal is not the best.
The resemblance is unbelievable.
Yes, the resemblance to human beings is
They look like they're talking! So they have their own language just like
unmistakable.
humans?
Maybe you want to snipe with this guy.
Permission to engage the aliens granted. Ground units,
Just ignore everything I said about getting in close.
aliens. If I killed anyone, I can't do this! It's either you or them!
I need help.
We are engaging an alien infantry unit! Fall back!
Now where's the animals?
Hold your ground! No way we're handing over this city! They're attacking!
Miss,
These are hiding in the shadows of buildings!
miss.
Things! Move in!
There we go. One hit kill with the Gaelic cannons, I believe. If you hit them in the right spot.
Infantry is made of! The enemies are attacking us from the side! What? No! Back up!
Where is he? Where is he? Tell me where he is.
Crossfire!
Well done, boys. You just knocked down a few buildings, killed a couple 100,000 civilians, but don't worry about it. Let's go back to the town square. Thank you for blocking my way so I don't see where I'm going. Okay, where's the tanks? We'll stay by you, tankies.
They've landed. It's a whole army.
Okay, which is the easiest one to hit?
Retreat. No, it's too late.
No, it's too late. Oh, maybe not, because apparently the mission's complete, so it's not too late. Not too late at all. Sometimes you need to go back and play the earlier missions just to level up your character, level up your weapons enough to beat later missions, get enough armor, that sort of thing. Dash cell level 2 is so useful. What does multi-charger do? I can't get this yet, I've got to be level 20 for this guy. We'll replace that with the missile launchers. No, we'll replace that with the Gatling gun. Where's my Gatling gun? There it is, good old Gatling. Root. Fencer's root.
I'm surrounded by the aliens. I'm done. We're completely surrounded.
Hold your fire. If they find us, we're doomed.
We can't expect anyone to rescue us.
Listen, everyone. I saw their faces. They have two eyes on their face. Humans, they see things with their eyes. We can use this against them. I don't think they're able to attack something they can't see. So when they attack
Okay,
us,
it's a stealth mission, but it's not really a stealth mission. This game is not the stealth very well.
That is also possible.
let's kill all aliens.
I should have stayed with the Gaelic cannon if I'm honest with you. For both, so I could double hat.
Still, all of them at once. We have to take them out one by one. Keep your guard up. Yes, sir. Don't attack the same aliens again.
Let me dodge. There we go.
Their feet. That could slow them down.
But they can regenerate instantly.
Let's do some health.
Still buy us some time. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. The Ranger's got an Uber rocket.
Weapon holding
That's
hand.
cool.
Then they won't be able to use weapons before a new hand generates.
They're homing, are they? That's cool. That's fancy, that. Okay, Fencer, you are pretty dank.
Headshots can kill aliens instantly.
Ow.
It's too hard to shoot one in the head. Attack the body. Try to knock them down. Well, my class seems to be high. You, good student.
Stop hitting me. Luckily I've got a load of armor, so it's not too bad.
There are some units remaining in the
Fuck
city.
you!
I want to know the situation. This is Scout. Aliens have started moving. The number of aliens that occupy the city is decreasing. Good. Attention to the units in the city. The bulk of the alien army has
There we go, now we're getting into it. We've got to get into the motion, get into the rhythm.
the surrounding enemies and secure the escape route.
Oh, miss completely. Hopefully I can hit you now without dying. If I've given myself enough breathing room. Not really. Stop shooting at me. Me.
This is a special news flash. We've learned that the aliens that appeared in Europe look like humans. They walk on 2 feet, use weapons and tools with
They
two
look like
hands,
humans,
and
guys. They look like
communicate in
humans.
their language. Right now, many groups are planning to negotiate with the aliens. If a negotiation could take place, we might be able to resolve the conflict peacefully.
Nice. And then suddenly you become the fastest sort of the fastest class in the game. I can't wait to get the dash self rig. Let me up. Door stuck. Come with me, plebs, if you want to live.
Dismissed. Let's get down to business.
They will find us sooner or later, so we have to do it.
Good. Let's strike now. Yeah.
I missed.
Is it really impossible
go.
to open talks with the aliens?
All attempts have utterly failed. The entire negotiation team.
You can hide as much as you want, boy. There we go. I believe it's using cover. What's intelligent AI?
Newbie, your bravery is impressive. Well done.
Here we go, job done. I think I ended up getting stuck on a mission like this later on, like level 69 or something.
This is not a game. You got that?
I just couldn't fit it in. No. Okay, let's change the equipment again. And let's get the Gaelic cannon again. Gallon lightweight cannon, what's that like? Damage 225 as opposed to the wait a minute, Gaelic cannon, what does 1000? Yeah, no. We're gonna keep holding this game. We're gonna keep holding this Gaelic cannon. Hopefully by the time I get to the higher levels, I will have my fencer equipped enough to survive it without any too significant difficulty. So we'll do this mission, we'll end the stream, and I'll come back after dinner, because I'm not going to miss dinner this time. Be a naughty boy.
only the aliens, but the monsters are here too.
Oh, I remember this mission.
Attacking the aliens. Maybe the monsters don't attack those who are larger than them.
If we're to attack the monsters, we have to get to a better position. Let's head to the ground. Commence operation. Let's go.
This mission is hard as nails.
Head to the ground. Hurry.
Looks like the aliens are commanding the monsters.
Okay, I need to deal with the aliens now.
Can understand orders given by the aliens? This means the aliens are using the monsters as their weapon.
I can just hide in here, can't I? No, not really. Actually, I need to get out of there. I'm going to die soon. Mistakes were made. Let me out. Oh fuck, yeah, mistakes were made. I made a tragic mistake in my abilities to hold here. I need to get off that building as soon as possible. There we go, now we're not gonna die.
The monsters are taking orders from the aliens.
Dreadful beastmasters. So they use
Bruh.
monsters as their weapons.
No way, you haven't missed much, just more alien killing. And my first lapse, or my first falling over. Yeah, this guy can just go so fast. Oh, I love it. Question is, which is better, EDF 4 or EDF 5? I'll let you guys decide. Okay, time to run.
They look like us. I can't do it.
They look like us. I can't do it. But
You'll be killed.
oh god, it's so intense.
Goddamn aliens! Rampaging on Earth as they please. Are they trying to turn Earth into a ranch?
There are 7 billion human fodders on Earth. The monsters will be well raised.
It's those aliens with monsters.
It says aliens with monsters.
There are more.
No, little fella.
There are more than we can manage by ourselves.
Thank you.
Whining and start shooting. Let's go.
Stop shooting me. Okay, who's next? Who's next on the list?
Someone else's planet. No pets allowed here. Somebody should tell them.
Oh shit.
Stay on a leash. Have they no manners?
This dude did not work so well on stairs. No, little fellas. Ah, let me down. Okay, thank you. I guess. This ranger's got some really high-end weapons. I'm guessing once, if you can survive putting up with the ranger class, you do become a god. If on your end it looks like minus violence, but on my end I've got to worry about my positioning, my speed, if I'm dodging attacks, how much health I've got, any more hordes coming behind me, the mini-map. It's a lot more variables going in rather than just the shift key and the left and right mouse. I swear it's a difficult game. I swear I'm a skilled gamer. Don't blame me.
This is a special news flash. The aliens dispatched infantry units to Europe. The EDF was sent in to engage the enemy and secure the victory.
Hello, little fella. Oh god, my eyes. It's just a fountain of gore. This is how a defensive should be played, and not like this, because you will quickly die as soon as you ran out of ammo. So this is sort of my, what do you call it, my anti-saucer build, because you're accurate and you can, it only takes a few shots to kill it, whereas this is my actual mob dealing build. That's a good thing about defense, it's got a lot of utility once you learn how to learn its different weapons. So this game is shallow as the gameplay mechanics on this. Actually, the game is quite complex with the different weapons and the different sort of play styles you can do in different, with different weapon combos. Like you can, as the air raider, you can put a health up and a repair and you can put a repair and an ammo up on your vehicle and attach it to your vehicle and effectively become an unstoppable god and act as a health point for your allies as well. But I don't think my air raid is particularly high level on this. No, it's not high level at all. I don't think I ever really spent time on the air raid on this build. Can I do my blast spears yet? No. And I've got a flashing spear, which is even better, 320. What damage does this do? 665, but this is faster, you see, so I might stick with this chaps for now. Dash cells, what am I going to get? Can I have my dash cell 2 yet? I think I've still got my dash cell 2. Nope, and my exoskeleton, which I can't do yet. So, looks like I'm stuck with this build for now.
This is Ranger 2. We will attack when the last member arrives.
Oh no, it's this map. I probably should read the map.
This is Ranger 2. Being attacked.
Yeah, half my build is half my weapons are already garbage.
So, you're the last member.
I should have gone for auto cannons.
This mission. Why send us a newbie out of all people? Don't get terrified and run away.
Newbie, Ranger 2 went ahead and is engaged in combat now. Go join them now.
Move in. The vanguard should be somewhere.
Fortunately, the spears are always got utility, so. I should have gone for the flamethrower or a minigun or something for horde control, which I have not done. That's my cost. Fortunately, they do enough damage to not make it too painful. Oh, I just knocked my headset. Okay, where are we? 1, 2, melee. 1, 2, melee. 1, 2, melee. 1. There we go.
Could it be the monster's nest?
Oh no, this arsehole's here.
Contact! Aliens! Aliens! Unbelievable. There are aliens underground.
This is how you walk normally, so this is why you want to be dashing around the place.
Too far. Assault team, move in and exterminate the monster. The situation inside the cave is unclear, so be cautious.
So how do I get up?
This mission is very dangerous. But if we don't step in, they will certainly become a terrible threat in the future. We must eliminate all monsters
Oh no.
underground now.
This is open.
Wing divers have headed inside to scout. They should be somewhere nearby.
Wing divers. The flying unit has gone into the place where you cannot fly. I wonder how well they'll do.
Wing divers, meet up with the assault team.
God, I hate these spiders. So many times I've been one-hit KO'd by them for making the mistake of getting too close when they do their little webs.
Assault team spotted.
I'm almost there. Not today, son. I'm too fast for you. And even when I die, their web's still out, so it can be an absolute nightmare dealing with them. This still is not one of the harder levels yet. It's still, you can still see the screen.
Species compared to species alpha and species beta. It's approximately 70 meters long, and it's the largest alien creature we have ever seen so far. Because it is biologically much more different from species alpha and species beta, it might need its own classification. So we will call it Urginus from now on. Strategy talks are underway as we speak.
Cool down the system. The sensor is copy.
Where do we need to go now, bro? You showed the way. Oh, that's why I get the heavy attack. And camaraderie. If I knew how to do the next text. I would, but I don't know how. Ah, readies. I don't like it. Don't get around me. Don't invade my personal space. What are you doing, step alien?
Monsters underground. Are you saying that there will be more monsters? It'll be too late if they reproduce underground. We have to do something.
I think I prefer EDF 4, you know, I never completed that either. Oh, look at me. You're good, you're pretty good. Hey there. Get down. Get down on it. And the good thing about the blast spear is it's got so much utility for like the entire game.
Looks like we covered more ground than anyone else. The follow-on forces are headed to your location.
Oh, look, more fence rows.
Are there other teams here besides us?
Never expected you could make it this far. Impressive.
I don't want to look down there. Ah! No, it's not even that bad. This is Babby's first hell pit. There we go. Now, that's what I like about this. Like the devs are nice little teasers. They will gradually progress the difficulty, and eventually you'll look down into a hole and you'll see nothing but a writhing horde of aliens. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Just keep firing. Reminds me from that scene from the Matrix with the robots just coming out that one hole, and you've got the Yoni and the main pilots just all firing on their little mechas. Okay, I have bit off far more than I can do. Yeah, I need to get out of here. Okay. Is there nothing but a horde? Oh, I keep falling down. I'm trying to get out of it and I keep falling into the hole. Ah. Don't, home, don't. Okay, we're good here, I think. Can't even dash, because if I dash I'll fall down. So it was me saying, oh, the devs like to go nice and slow, then out of the hole comes the bloody end of the world. Still, this is tiny. This isn't even in like the size I can get to yet. Yeah, in terms of numbers.
All those monsters born inside the cave? What on earth is up ahead?
Can we go forward without dying?
It's too dangerous to move on. I hate to say this, but we should retreat.
Mission complete. Very good. Okay, it's 4:30. I'm gonna exactly the time I want to end to go for dinner. I'll be back later carrying on this game, and tomorrow will be the DLC for YouTube Command. But let us first unlock all our stuff, and we will see you guys at later. But there you go. If you do enjoy that sort of casual madness, I would recommend this. But do make sure sometimes it is a bit turbulent on laptops. That you do check that the game the game's going off actual your graphics card, not integrated graphics. But thank you very much, and I will be back. Enjoy.